Hi everyone, welcome to Extraordinary Taste. Have you ever tried ground beef jerky? It has a strong beef flavor and very tasteful. Because the muscle fibers have been broken down, ground beef jerky is more forgiving when overcooked and it's easier to chew than regular beef jerky. My recipe doesn't require a smoker, but you can still get the smoky and charred flavor on the jerky in an oven. How does it work? Let's find out. Another advantage of using ground beef is that the fat content has little impact on taste and texture. Most of the fat will be rendered out during the baking process. Just be aware that leaner beef dries faster, which you may have to adjust the baking time slightly. I'm using half a pound of 20% fat ground beef. Marinate with 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika to add a mild spiciness and hint of smoky flavor, 1 teaspoon garlic salt, 1 teaspoon Lawry's seasoned salt. If you don't have these seasoned salt, use regular salt instead. However, their blend of salt, herbs, and spices add a unique taste to the jerky. 1 teaspoon onion powder, 2 teaspoons rose cooking wine, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 3 tablespoons water. The cornstarch and water help binding the beef together into a sticky paste. Feel free to experiment with different seasonings. Just be aware that dark seasonings such as soy sauce will make the jerky finish darker in color too. Mixed in a circular motion to form a sticky paste, this could take a few minutes. It's important to make sure the meat is the same thickness for even dryness. An easy, tool-free method is to fold a parchment paper into a 16 by 12 inch sheet. Place the meat in the center and flatten it. Put another parchment paper on top. Underneath the parchment paper, place something like a silicone baking mat to prevent it from sliding around. Roll the meat out evenly with a rolling pin. Trim the off-edge meat to cover the designated space. Half a pound of beef spread evenly on a 16 by 12 inch sheet is about 1/8 inch thick. Smooth it out after rearranging the meat. Then remove the top parchment paper and put it underneath the one with the meat on. Transfer it to a baking pan. You may wonder why I stacked the parchment paper together. Stay tuned! While the oven is cold, arrange the racks, one in the second guide channel below the boiler and the other one in the second guide channel from below. Then preheat the oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake on the lower rack for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, the meat is mostly cooked. It shrinks as the fat and juice render out. Drain out the fat and juice. Leaner beef has less shrinkage. As you can see here, the 7% fat beef has much less fat in the juice. Place a rack upside down on the meat, flip it over, and lay it on the rack to allow better airflow. Set the rack on the second parchment paper that we saved earlier to cover the pan for easy cleaning. Return it to the lower rack and bake 15 minutes. Then flip it over and bake another 15 minutes with less than 20% fat beef. Cut back the baking time to 10 minutes on each side. After 40 minutes of baking, the meat should feel dry to touch. Brush a thick layer of honey on top. Then bake another 10 minutes. After that, flip and apply honey on the other side. Bake also 10 minutes. Once the baking is done, move the baking pan to the top rack. Set the oven to boiler. Boil each side for 2 minutes. Make sure the parchment paper isn't too tall or it may catch fire. For a total of 64 minutes, the jerky has been dried thoroughly. It can be kept at room temperature for 4 to 5 weeks in an airtight container. However, as the jerky dries while storing in the container, fat will sometimes appear as white solids on the surface. So enjoy while it's fresh. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.